Hey you guys, what is up? So today we're doing a little artsy crafts thing. We are planting together. So if you guys are on Instagram, have the same creepy discovery page I do, you might have seen these floating around, and I just decided one day, you know what, I'm bored. I want to plant some plants in baby doll heads. Most of the ones I've seen have had succulents in them. This is ivy. I would suggest if you don't have a green thumb, go with succulent because my ivy's already starting to die. We had kind of like a cold spell, and in my room it just got really cold, so I think that's what happened. My succulent babies are still going strong. So I would suggest go with succulent for your first time around. It's just easy. So what you're gonna need first off is a baby doll. I just got all of mine at, I already have 3 done, they're kind of in the background here. I just got all of mine at Goodwill. This one does look like it has been fed something. It has like crummies in its mouth, but you know what? That's okay. So yeah, typically you kind of want to look for, you know, when you're picking out a baby doll, pick out something that you're gonna want on your shelf, and something that doesn't have a super hard plastic either. Like this one had a pretty hard plastic and it was hard to cut through. Just tell it's really thick and more but like a plasticky plastic instead of like, I don't know. 2 of my baby dolls had just the plastic eyes. Like my boyfriend actually cut the eyes out for me. This baby doll has one of the eyes that opens and closes, so I kind of wanted to keep his in there. For this baby doll, I haven't decided if I want to cut his eyes out or not. They are a different material, like more of the glassy plastic instead of just the, you know, the same plastic as the head for the eyes, and it's just painted on. Does that make sense? So I'm not sure if I want to keep his eyes or not. Have a little jar somewhere with all the like baby doll eyes that I've cut out. This is a creepy video. This is just gonna sound creepy all the way through, so. And then you're gonna need some dirt. This is actually a succulent mix that I got at my Good Food store. They just already had it mixed, but any dirt, you know, and then a plant of your choice. This is a moss, which I should have just stuck with succulents because I don't have a green thumb. I don't have a green thumb even a little bit. So she's looking for squirrels. So we're just gonna let her do her thing. But I wanted to do moss, so that's what I did. This is club moss. It's not supposed to, make sure you don't pick anything out that's too big. Another thing, really cater to the size of your baby doll's head. Like I have one baby doll back there that has a pretty big head, so I put the ivy in that one. But my other guys are little, so I just have little succulents in there. But yeah, so this moss I think is gonna fit in this baby doll head just fine. And it's not supposed to get too big either. So yeah, I think moss is okay to take care of. I don't know. So, and then you're gonna need some things to cut into the baby with. This is optional, but so when you have the baby doll head out, it's gonna have a hole in the bottom, and I just kind of put something in there like a piece of cloth or tinfoil or something so the dirt doesn't fall out of it, but then when you water it, the excess water will still come out. So I like to use a tea saucer. This one might be a little big for this baby head, but also it looks kind of creepy because you have like a baby head on plate. Maybe that's a little too much, but that's what I use. I just so happen to have an excess amount of tea saucers at my house that nobody uses. So let's just get right into this. Let's cut this baby open. Also, it's gonna be a little chatty. So if you want to skip all the chat and you're just here to figure out how you can turn this guy into a pot, press the little button that skips a few seconds ahead and just see when I'm going to the next step. Don't worry, I don't let the limbs go to waste. I keep them in this old like vintage candy jar. It might be a little too weird for some people, but I don't mind it, and then I just put it on a stool right there. So I feel. There's like a zip tie that is holding the fabric onto the baby's head, so you could probably figure out a way to cut that somehow. Actually, does this one have one? I think so. But I just kind of cut the fabric part around the head because if you'll notice on my baby dolls, you actually probably can't see, I have a little bit of that fabric still on there. I just kind of like how it looks. But yeah, hey guys, long time no talk. This winter has just really got me for as far as the winter blues goes. I've just been feeling absolutely, she's chewing on a bone. So if you hear that, which you most definitely will, I'm so sorry. But she's so cute. It's kind of gonna look like that, and then I just take the stuffing off. You could leave that on if you want, but you know, it's kind of all up to you how you like it. Do you like the eyes in? Do you like them not? Do you like this fabric part on? Do you not? I kind of do. So yes, now what we do is we cut a circle out of the top of the head. You kind of want a big-ish size circle. On my other ones, I cut it up pretty high so that there was kind of, you know, a bowl around, but I think I want to do pretty straight across this time so the plant has more space to kind of spread out. It's been a while since I've seen you guys, since we've talked. Make a hole in it somewhere and then you can cut from there. This looks really bad, but I promise I'm not a serial killer or anything. I like spooky things. But yeah, so what has changed? My hair has changed a lot. It's gone through a lot since we've last talked. So my hair used to be black. Well, it used to be my natural color, which was a very, very dirty blonde, dark, dirty blonde, and that's just like had been my natural color, and I had always been blonde like my whole life, whether it was a little darker blonde or really light bleach blonde. I've always been blonde. So that black was a big change for me, and I absolutely loved it. I do wish I had just black hair naturally, but you know what? Because I don't mind regrowth, but I don't like roots showing, but I don't like roots showing when it's lighter than my hair color then, because then it just kind of looks like my hair is balding, like when my roots would grow in. I don't know. So while I loved the black, like I love darker hair colors, I think I'm just going to go to my natural hair color. But anyways, before I've decided to go back to my natural hair color, I lightened my hair to go pink. But yeah, that only lasts a little while because it's just the upkeep, and I just kind of wanted to see how it was. And I think that if I didn't live, I know that you shouldn't care and you should just do whatever you want with your like hair, especially if it's something as stupid as hair, like as stupid as like looks go, as simple, you know what I mean? Like just do what you want to do. You have a short life, just do it. If you're curious, do it, unless it's like killing somebody. I don't know, unless it's hurting somebody, just try it out. But for me, I don't know. So you're gonna have this guy that took a long time to cut his head off. This is what it's gonna look like. You can definitely even it out if you want. Mine is pretty choppy, you could tell, but I literally don't even mind. Actually, I might do it a little bit. So I did pink hair, and I really liked it. Sometimes I did miss my darker hair for sure. I just prefer darker hair colors on me, but I did enjoy the pink. But I wasn't going to keep it forever. Right now, I just don't think colored hair is for me. It probably will be in the future. Like when I move to Portland, Oregon, baby, you best believe some crazy hair color is going to come out of me. Sorry, Mom. Okay, you know what? I have two with their eyes out and then one with his eyes still in. So I'm just going to keep his eyes in. But if you did want to cut the eyes out, you can see there are those little bubbles. So you just cut this back part of the bubble out, or you just make a hole and then you can pop the eye out through there and then cut the rest of like that plastic bulb out, if that makes sense. So that's how you would want to remove the eyes, but in my case I'm going to keep them in. So now what I'm going to do is grab a piece of fabric. The last ones I just put tinfoil in, the little bottom, but for here I think I'm just going to put this to keep the dirt from going through. And then so you just kind of set it in there over the hole. Kind of want space around the hole too covered so that, you know, you just have more coverage. I'm going to take my plant out. What was I talking about before then?
The girl.
She's pushing through to get attention.
Yeah, she wants the attention. It's good so far. You got a good box.
It's a moss.
Solid plant. Replace the ivy.
No, this is a new baby. My ivy's right there.
New baby?
New baby.
Where'd you get the head?
Okay, since this one already had quite a bit of dirt in it and I don't have lots of space left in my baby head, hopefully this is enough space for this little moss to thrive. I'm just going to pack a little bit of dirt in on the sides. So yes. Obviously I have a decent amount of makeup stuff on my channel, and that's always going to be how it is. I love makeup and I love indie makeup and all that jazz, but I also want to incorporate some more things. I don't know if I want to do more lifestyle type things, because recently as in like the last few days, I've been really getting into, I kind of like ventured into the zero waste community on YouTube, and it's just so interesting to me like how passionate they are about it. And I'm like, you know what, if I can do something that'll help out the environment, like if it's a simple swap, why not? So that's kind of what I've been getting into, more zero waste. And it's just not even just environmentally, but health wise. Like I'm planning on making my own like cleaners for around the house, and I'm working on making my own facial moisturizer and toner and all that jazz. So it just seems healthier because, you know, I know what's going into that stuff. So I don't know if you guys would want a few videos on just getting started. I really want to vlog and do some vlogs. I've definitely filmed quite a few vlogs, but have never actually edited them and posted them because I'm like, nobody wants to watch this, you know what I'm saying? But I love watching vlogs, and like the deal is you're supposed to make content that you love watching. Like that's kind of helps keep the fire going. So I think that I would really enjoy doing vlogs. So maybe I'll try a vlog here in the future. So there's my baby. Here's the saucer that I'll put him on. There is that. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. What do you guys like to watch? Because I definitely am really into lifestyle right now, so I want to incorporate that more on my channel, but I also will always stick with makeup and indie makeup and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm just kind of working on getting out of the rut. The sun is shining finally. The snow is melting. Thank goodness. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video if you watch it.